I'm Mungo Darkmatter, and welcome to Dark Matters. Today on Dark Matters, I'm back on the MCNext server, and I've been working on my tower, so I'm going to give you a progress tour of the tower and a strategy tour of the tower. So I'm going to show you what I've done on the tower, and I'm going to tell you some of the strategies I've kind of used in planning to build things in my tower, and the way I've built my tower, and the way I've laid things out. Now, right now we're on the very top floor of the tower, and on the MCNext server, you can actually jump onto the moon at night if you're up high enough, and this is up high enough. So the purpose of this particular level right here is so that I can jump up on the moon and explore it at some point. So I'm just gonna hop down here. Now this level right here is under the roof, or the very top level. And this is kind of just like a decorative level, and I kind of made this to kind of look kind of neat. Now you'll notice there are no windows here. The reason right now there are no windows here is I can shoot out of here with arrows in case a ghast comes up. And ghasts are on this particular server, and they come out at night. They usually don't get up quite this high, but sometimes they do. And so I'm ready. I can shoot out of here. But it's relatively safe up this high because it takes them a while to get up here, and by that time it's daylight and they disappear. Alright, on this level I have sugarcane. Oh, there's a spot here. I need to plant some. And I can just kind of walk around and harvest this. You can actually harvest the top 2 levels of this and just leave the bottom level and it will grow back. But if you miss and hit something, you just plant another one. And on the back here of this column, I can actually climb up here or even a level higher, so that I can actually get up on this walkway that's up around top of the sugarcane here. Not really a lot of a purpose for this, but it looks kind of nice up here. So I can hop back down here and continue on my way down. Alright, now this level right here, below the sugarcane, I'm going to knock out a couple blocks here so you can see. You'll see a skeleton in there, and you'll probably start shooting at me. There's a spawner for skeletons in here too. And what happens is the skeletons fall in this water, and so it kind of shoves them down there, and there it goes down a little slot there. Let me just patch this up right quick. If we go down to this next level, you'll see this is where they fall down here. In this room right here, what I do is I get experience points from this room, and I also gather bones and arrows. That's what skeletons usually drop. They also drop some other things sometimes. See here. So I've got a bunch of arrows here. Over here I've stored a bunch of arrows and bones right here. So that's what I use this level for. Now one thing is, as I build up experience levels, or as you build up experience levels, there's no reason to go above level 39, because 39 is the highest experience level that you would need to enchant things or repair things on an anvil. And level 30 is the highest level that you can use to enchant things on an enchantment table. And the higher you get up, particularly after you hit level 30, it takes longer to get to the next level. So it makes more sense to use those points when you can. So what I actually do is I enchant books and save them for later, and decide which enchantments from the books I will use on weapons and tools to enchant them. Alright, this level here, I have a lot of pumpkins here. I have some melons down over here. I have some carrots. And I believe these over here are potatoes. I have a bunch of stuff here, but this is mainly my pumpkin level here. Now I have the pumpkins near the sugarcane for a reason, and that's so that I can gather them and use them to make pumpkin pies. And if we go down one more level, find a little hatch right here, and this is where I have my chickens. And so I run down here when I'm going by and I gather up eggs. A bunch of eggs today. And what I usually do is I usually put them in this box right here and gather them so that I'm gathering up eggs. So I've got plenty of eggs in here. And so I've got the eggs, the sugar cane, and the pumpkins together so I can gather them all up as I need them, or I can store them and gather them later and make pumpkin pie. So that's my plan for the future. I haven't really started doing that yet, but that's the plan. Alright, so now let me get back up in here. I have this hatch like this just to kind of keep the chickens in their place, so to speak. Now down here, I was working on using this hopper, and I was going to take water to run down into this box here to gather eggs as chickens laid them, even when I'm not around or whatever. But I have enough eggs now, really, so it's more a matter of kind of interest or curiosity to set something up like this, and I just haven't gotten around to it. The one big problem with setting up automated egg gathering systems is that chicks will drown, and so if you're raising chicks at the same time, it gets a little more complex because you want to keep them away from the water. But since I'm not really raising chickens to harvest their meat or their feathers or anything, I can actually set up a system where I could harvest the eggs at some point. But as I said, I don't really need to right now, so it's not a real priority. But I've kind of set this area, I guess, aside for that. There are a few levels here that have dirt on them. Those used to have wheat. Right up here, we have some cows. And then we have another level down here. Past a couple other levels that have some dirt on them. Down here, we have cows and we have sheep here. And I used to raise wheat here, but I've actually put wheat on a different level and made it a little more efficient. So I'll probably retask those. I don't know if I'll leave the dirt there and grow other vegetables there, or whether I'll just make them something else. Now, one strategy I also use is I've kind of kept the sheep and the cows and the chickens way up here, away from other things, so I don't have to hear them all the time if I'm doing other things. And so you really want to kind of space your livestock away from you, so you don't have to listen to them, you know, making mooing sounds and clucking sounds and such. So if we go down here a little farther, we have my wheat field in the sky. I've got some water here to help things grow, and I've got a bunch of wheat, so I can gather plenty of wheat right here, so I can feed my cows and breed my cows, and so that's why I have the wheat right here. It's very close to the cows for breeding. And I can just jump on down here. There's some melons. I still have some free floors around here that I haven't used for anything yet. Now down here is another level where I raise sugar cane. This is originally where I raised my sugar cane, and the reason I put the other sugar cane farm up farther up on the tower was so it would be nearer the pumpkins and the eggs for when I start to make a lot of pumpkin pies. And lower down here, and here's my enchantment room and my enchantment table, and over here I have some books here that I've enchanted. And what I do is I try to get like a level 30 enchantment on a book, and then I see what the enchantment is, and I can use it later on to enchant tools if I want to. I also have an anvil. Here's my ender chest, and I'm trying to put these on every level or every so many levels so I can actually put things in the ender chest on a lower level and then get them on a higher level, so I can move things around very easily using my ender chest. Like right now I have a bunch of glass in here because I'm working on different levels, adding windows in still. So that way when I produce glass in one level, I can just put it right in here and pick it up on another level. So that's one strategy, so you don't have to move stuff around or carry stuff in your inventory and move it physically. You can just put it in your ender chest and have another ender chest near or at a location you will need whatever at. So I have my anvil in there. The reason the anvil's in there is because I was working on this floor right here, and I was underneath it, and I was knocking out some blocks to put new blocks in, and I forgot that anvils are like gravity affects them basically. So when I knocked out the block underneath it, it fell down a level. So what I did is I just put it in the ender chest. I'll either put it back up here or somewhere else. I haven't decided yet, so I figured I'd just leave it in the ender chest, so when I decide, it will be near me and I won't have to go looking for it or go someplace to get it. Once again, this is my enchantment room. And so on my way down here, if I have like 30 points or so, I can enchant another book. And I have some more books over here somewhere. I think it's in there. No, it is one of these chests. I have some more books. Oh, I have the 2 books with me. Put the books back in here. I usually keep the books in the ender chest. Alright, so we have those there. Some more pumpkins. Now this level right here, this is an observation deck type thing, so there's a great view here. I made it all glass, so the ghast can't get me or nothing else can get me while I'm in here. I'm safe whether it's night or day, and I can look around. Over here's my water and lava fountain, and behind it I had some more sugar cane. I don't harvest that, that's just kind of for looks. I thought it looked pretty cool there, so I put some up there. And we'll go down here. Alright, on this level, I've kind of made a garden down here. There's some jungle trees and a bunch of vines here. And I've got some of these redstone lamps here. I also put up glass here, and the reason is so that I can see out, and it kind of shields me from the ghast shooting fireballs at me, and which he tends to do sometimes. I don't have a roof on here so I can look up. The only problem is there are probably some areas like right here, if the ghast were up at the right level, he could get a shot at me, so I still have to be careful, but it shields me a little more, particularly when I'm like in here. It would be hard to hit me in here because of the way the glass is and the vines and everything. Alright, on this level I have another enchantment room. And then down here I have my furnace room where I can process any sort of ore or anything that I need to put into a furnace. And I've got a lot of chests down here, and I actually have them sorted and out and marked pretty well. And here I have some more chests that I have marked as well. I need to go around and sort some more of my chests. I have chests everywhere where I've gathered different things. And so this is the bottom level right here. I've put iron doors here because the mobs are strong enough at the level I'm at to break down wooden doors. So that kind of keeps me safe. I have some mob traps right here, these holes. And if I go down a level, you can see these are where the holes drop down to. I still have to dig some holes on the backside for mobs, but I have them around 3 sides of the bottom level right now. Sometimes animals will fall down these too, but basically if anything that falls down you can kill and harvest what it drops. Now there are more levels down below here, but I'm still working on them. So I'll probably show you those in a future tour. So there's the tour of my tower and some of the strategies I'm currently using. This is on the MCNext server once again. I am Mungo Darkmatter, and this has been Dark Matters. And whatever you do, enjoy playing Minecraft. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.